We got the Tennessee Titans going against the Commanders on a special Right Titans podcast on this Thanksgiving holiday. Tune in. Can the Titans pull it off? We'll find out. Let's see.
Touchdown Titans!
Welcome to a special edition of the Right Titans podcast. We are your hosts, Jay Maul.
Trigger Trey.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Comment in the chat what you're thankful for on this beautiful Thursday afternoon, as we got some football games that are going on right now. The Lions looking good. We got the Dolphins, I think, going against the Packers. We got the Giants, Cowboys. Most importantly, we got family. Trey, tell me what you're thankful for.
What I'm thankful for, nigga Westbrook kid. Him too. But you know what I'm saying? Just family, health, you know what I'm saying? God, just three pillars of my life, friends, and everyone that's supporting me and around me. Just thankful for everything.
Absolutely. Appreciate y'all tuning in. If you're not tuning in, if you hadn't heard us before, the Right Titans podcast, make sure you go comment, like, subscribe, share it with someone. Let them know we talk about Titans, football, fantasy. Here we here. And so
speaking of fantasy,
ain't gotta go there.
you want to update them?
Listen, guys, he scored like almost 200 points. Ain't nobody supposed to win that game. If he's scoring over 190, 200 points, ain't nothing I can do about that. I think one person on your team had what, 30? Probably everybody averaging 30. Kicker had 30. Like, what am I supposed to do, chat? Go ahead and pull it up. Let them know.
Yeah.
My only saving grace was I think I had someone as a tight end. I don't even know. He had like 30 or 40. Even then, I couldn't win. So you do the math. If he over here, I got someone that's scoring about 40 points and he's still beating me 190 to 101, 110. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but we ain't gonna really talk about it. You ain't got to pull it up.
I'm gonna pull it up. Give me a couple more seconds. What week was that? 2 weeks ago?
Anyways, chat, happy Thanksgiving to you. But we got the Titans going against the Commanders. It's an away game. And we know that the Commanders are a tough team. They are a playoff team. They're looking good. They got Jaden Daniels at quarterback. They got Scary Terry. We know what he could do. Surprising that they lost that game due to a field goal miss. But again, let's not talk about the Commanders. Let's talk about the Titans. Let's talk about the last game against the Texans. What'd you think about that game?
That was a great game. Imagine Jaquan Jackson muff punt, Tony Pollard's fumble, Will Levis's pick six. Those are three plays right now that if we have back, that's probably a blowout.
And that's crazy to think about too.
And then the opening drive gave up the big return, and they scored in like 12 seconds or something like that. Like that's four mistakes that if had back, oh my god, that might be a blowout right there.
Good. Yeah, we were looking nice. When I tell you, shout out to NWI, you can't get the WIN with the without the NWI.
Come on now.
Nick Westbrook-Ikhine over here going over 100 yards, 1 touchdown. You might want to go ahead and get that boy a contract today.
Got to. Cause look, think about this. You know how we went over my mock draft. Calvin Ridley, T-Mac, NWI, Bryce Oliver.
That's not bad.
That might look nice. Or if you want to go free agency route, you go grab T and give me Abdul Carter out of Penn State. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
We got a lot of options, but if the way we keep playing, I don't know we're gonna have a number 3 pick, 4 pick.
I'm thinking about 20.
Listen, the way we played last game is possible. It's very possible. Now I don't know. It just depends on what type of Titans team that comes out. And again, another away game. You got the
Yeah.
Commanders, who's been balling out. So, but if the Titans that played last week show up this week on Sunday, who knows? Who
Yeah.
knows? And then not to mention, we got a lot of injuries too. If you go down the injury list, I think we have Cheeto's supposed to be coming back, but
Hmm.
again, depending on how he feels, he may or may not play. I don't know. He's designated a return. We'll see. We still got L'Jarius Sneed. He's on IR right
Yeah.
now.
And I wouldn't even rush Cheeto just yet. I wouldn't even rush him. These fifth, sixth, seventh stringers.
Not the way they playing. I was impressed. We're gonna give up big plays. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I'm not worried
Yeah.
about that.
But
But the
Mike
way that they're
Brown,
competing, Mike Brown,
yeah,
man,
great game.
and not to mention that
Oh,
hit on the last week or the week
I,
before
I
last.
was just about to bring that up.
Chat, you know what we're talking about. The roughing, the
Yeah.
whatever you call it,
Actually,
unnecessary roughness. That wasn't unnecessary roughness. And then you saw that this game played a huge effect
he thought
into it.
about it.
Yeah, he thought about it. And again, you got to remember, you get fined as well. It's not
Yeah.
just like, oh, you get a flag. You get fined. And I ain't trying to lose money on that.
On me, precisely. And especially if you just did it. And so even the commentators were like, yeah, that hit last week, that might have impacted that play right there because it was the same position, same concept. Like everything was the exact same. Receiver jumped for the ball, and he's like standing there looking up at him, like, oh.
Yeah, he pulled
And so
pulled
instead,
up. He pulled
yeah,
up.
instead of hitting him, he pulled up,
Who knows? He
touchdown.
could have jarred the ball loose. He could have, I
Yeah,
don't know, but we'll never know because of that roughing the or unnecessary roughness call that we experienced that other week. So that's
and that's
unfortunate.
that's
But
like that's like five things. The that play right there, fumble, Jaquan Jackson fumble, pick six, big return. That's five mistakes ish. You know what I'm saying? However you want to categorize it, that's five things that could have led to a monster blowout.
yeah, here's the thing: like the special teams continues to keep other teams in games. Again, I don't think it's really the coaching; it's really the players. I mean, listen, Jaquan Jackson, you got to catch the ball. That's just, or you got to keep that tater tucked in. You can't lose
Yeah,
that ball. Big plays on the kickoff return. You can't have that. If anything, we may have to kick it in the end zone every single time. Uh, but shout out to Nick Folk as well. He's been
man.
consistent, hitting from beyond 50, which we know he's automatic under 50, but beyond 50, he's been automatic. So shout out to him. He still has a leg, and I think at the age of 41 years old, doesn't seem like he's slowing down. So maybe we can keep him for another year or two. Who knows? I don't know. But that's shout out to him. But yeah, special teams that continues to be a problem. Offensive line, we got to address the ugly in the room. We had 8 sacks, gave up 8 sacks. All of
Mhm.
it's not due to the offensive line. I know a couple of sacks. J.C. Latham gave up maybe one or two. But I
Yeah,
mean, you're going against Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson.
the best two edge, and they're swapping sides. So you're not okay. He likes to do this. He got come even though that only happened like the first half, but after the second half we only allowed one, and before that it was like seven. Even Brian Callahan was like looked at the score like, oh, we got 7 sacks already because it didn't feel like seven though
Yeah.
because it was a lot of what will Levis say. I want to see how many 1 to 2 yard sacks I take.
Yeah.
So so that's how you know he's kind of also holding himself accountable. Like, oh, I didn't need to step up this time. Oh, I could just drift it to my right a little bit this time. And so he's still the pocket presence is coachable. I feel like that's the
Right.
most coachable thing in football. Once you get comfortable, the pocket presence will come. And that's the biggest flaw in Will Levis's game right now. And if that's the biggest flaw right now, come the off season and you're just working on footwork, Will
Yeah.
Levis
You can't,
2026.
and listen, you can't really blame him as well. I mean, when you've been in the backfield and in 2 seconds you got defenders in your face, it's really hard to like know where to go, what to do. You don't know where they're coming from, especially if you only have
Mhm.
under 2 seconds for you to get rid of the ball. But
Yeah.
I like the left side with Jason Latham, Skronsky. Cushenberry is going to come back. Radens, I think he'll start next year. I don't think if he starts, I'm okay with that. It's
Yeah.
fine. But the right
Like,
tackle is a must now. You
yeah.
once you get that nice franchise right tackle, you got a franchise left tackle. Everyone can stay healthy. You got an offensive line now, and
Yeah.
now we're looking to really build around him.
Like we said, if Ratings is your worst offensive lineman, that's great. That's great. You don't
Not a
know
bad problem to have.
like one bad person on the offensive line that's Dylan Ratings, and he's probably starting on any other team's offensive line pretty much at the right guard position. He's not playing terrible. But if he's the worst, that's great. And
I'm okay
especially
with
if
that.
you put a great right tackle next to him, if he gets a good right tackle, he'll look even better.
100%. But can the Titans win against the Commanders? Going away again to improve to 4 wins? But before we answer that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I think we're up to 192 subscribers, so appreciate everyone coming out,
100 on the
looking
way.
at the videos. We almost at the 200. We almost there.
We're almost
So
there.
help us get to 200. We'll just talk football, talk fantasy. Put your questions out in the comment. If you watch this as well, we'll answer those. But yeah, so my prediction on this game is too much of an ask. I say the Commanders go ahead and win this game, which is okay. I don't think we are expecting. I think probably at the beginning of the season we probably said, "Oh, this is an easy dub." But now, looking how they've been producing, how they're putting up points, it's a mobile quarterback, which we've never really been good at least this
Mhm.
season. Uh, Now, again, rookie, so he's going to make his rookie mistakes. Maybe you can get to him. Maybe you can rattle him. But I hadn't really heard Arden Key and Harold Landry these past couple of games, like at least creating some pressure, getting to the quarterback.
Mhm.
Looks like the quarterback is just there. So if you give Jaden Daniels some time, he's just going to pick us apart and he's just going to run all over us. I think we'll compete. I think we'll come out and I think this was a huge confidence booster, the Houston Texans game. So yeah, so I guess we'll have to see and what we can
Yeah.
do. What are your thoughts? What before we get to your keys to the game, what are your predictions?
My predictions, I feel like it's definitely going to be a close game. I'm not sure who's going to win it, but it'll definitely be a close game. So my I just get into why I think it's a close game before I get into my three keys. But I feel like it's going to be a close game because we've made Sam Darnold look like a mobile quarterback. Bo Nix, not Bo Nix, Drake May, he looked very agile. And so you're actually giving us a team that schemes up quarterback design runs. I'm a little scared. I'm
Yeah,
a little scared of that. So I think Jaden Daniels' running ability will keep them in this game. And so that's my first key. Stop Jaden Daniels from running. Do not
yeah,
let Jaden Daniels out of the pocket, contain, QB spy, something. Because if he's running all day, that's like 10, 15 yards a pop. And hey, and he knows how to protect himself like Lamar, running the ball, slide, like or get out of bounds. He knows how to protect himself. But passing wise, I feel like we got him strapped. Um, you really don't run their running backs. What's the saying? You don't run on Tennessee. you don't
yeah.
run on the Titans. And so I'm not too scared that running backs Brian Robinson and Austin Eckler. Um, second key to the game, uh, Brian Callahan. He just needs to continue to open up the playbook like he did last week. Like it was some. Hey, he was cooking. He
We
was
didn't
cooking.
see too many screens this game, so
We
that was
didn't.
pretty nice. Even though
When
they
he
work, I like the screens, but we
Yeah.
didn't run too many. We threw it down the field, which I like.
Yeah. Like Brian Callahan, his audibles during the game are crazy. Like he's like, "Hey, chick, just get into your route." What did that lead to? A 72-yard touchdown. Hey, Nick Westbrook-Keenan, on your deep crosser, make it a deep crosser, but then streak it out at the end. Mid game, these are audibles. And what did that lead to? 70-some yard touchdown as well last week or whatever. But Brian Callahan needs to continue to scheme up whatever. And the last person, whoever plays right tackle, because I still don't know.
I have no idea. I think Leroy Watson, he's day to day, so he may be in the lineup. I highly doubt it, though. I think he's doubtful, dealing with the back injury. We have Prince, and let's talk about those calls again.
I didn't
I'm
see
gonna
nothing
defend
wrong.
him. I'm gonna defend him because he looks like he is right next to Dylan Radins. And how are you gonna call 3 times that it was what illegal formation?
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on. Like the refs were really against us on that. So I don't know what to say, chat. But that was some I ain't like that call, so I'll defend him on that. But it could be him, it could be Nicholas Petit Frere again. I'm not really so scared with the Washington Commanders edge rushers. They got some studs, don't get me wrong, and they can get after the quarterback, don't get me wrong. And they have a very good defense, don't get me wrong. But us going against a Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter, now that's a little frightening with our offensive line. But if we can go ahead and that right tackle just hold him off just enough, I think we'll be okay.
And also, I will say we go win this game because you got to think about it.
Okay.
We threw up. What was the score? 32 points
Yeah.
against the the Texans, which is a great defense. And then I don't want to get into the Vikings. I'm glad we didn't stream after that game. I was mad. I was mad, but yeah, the Vikings, we was giving them a run for their money. We should have won that game, but I don't want to get fined. I don't know how that works, but I'm not going to talk about the refs. I don't want to get fined. So yeah, we should have won that game too. So throwing up 32 points against the Texans, which is probably a top 10, definitely top 15 defense. You give us the Commanders defense, not their strongest suit. Who says we don't toss up 40?
We can. We have that ability to. We really do. The way that Pollard's been running the ball, which I mean, again, he has been running the ball. I know we see Saquon and Derrick Henry and others, really toting that rock. But hey, give credit to Tony Pollard. I mean, he was averaging 5 yards a carry last game.
Yeah.
That's big.
That's when you keep feeding them.
You got to. Happy Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving, Mimi. Appreciate you tuning in. But yeah, so we're gonna see. My keys to the game for Sunday's matchup. One, you got to play sound on special teams. That's going to be the number one key. Again, you can't give up big punt returns, kick returns. Be sound on the field goals like we've been doing. Can't have any balls on the ground. So that's going to be key number one, especially going away game. If they even get a hint of something like that happening, then hey, they're just going to take off. We can't do that. We got to keep the momentum on our side during this game. Key number two, playmakers. Calvin Ridley, Nick Westbrook-Akina, Tony Pollard. Feed them.
Westbrook-Akina again.
and do it again and over again. And we'll get the win with NWI. Let's just say that. How many touchdowns does he have on the season? Probably around 6, 7?
Six or 7? Yeah, it's up there.
At the beginning of the season, would we have thought that? Maybe 1?
Yeah.
2, possibly.
Maybe 3 at the end of the season, like total, not
season. Now he's got 7 right now, 6 or 7. Correct me if I'm wrong. Around 6 or 7 touchdowns, and we still got around 6 games left. He's balling out.
Yeah.
Who knows? He may hit 1,000. Who knows?
Like his yards per catch is definitely double digits. Yeah, it might be skewed because the 98 yard. I don't want to hear that. it would
Just
still
he's
be
just
double
reliable.
digits. It would still be double digits without that 98-yard touchdown.
Right.
So,
Mr.
hey,
Reliable himself. So that's key number
Honda
2.
Accord.
Key number 3, um, create turnovers like we did. We got Jarvis Brownlee, got an
George Brownlee
interception.
with his first interception. Let's
Man,
go,
look,
boy. I was
he's competing.
hyped.
He's competing for a starting spot.
That's why
Cheeto, I don't.
you don't rush Cheeto. Don't rush Cheeto unless he's your quarterback 2 until L'Jarius Sneed. But let Jarvis get the experience. Let him keep running corner 1.
And the thing is, I like how aggressive he is. I don't mind a holding. I don't mind a pass interference here and there. Don't make it a habit, but like
Yeah,
don't play scared. Like, hey, play aggressive. And guess what? You play aggressive, we could recreate turnovers.
and
Also,
also
money.
all of his pass interferences or whatever, they're at the top of the route. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can though it's always going to be at least it's not 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. No petty fouls. They're actually the ball's coming. I see you getting ready to throw your hands up, and I shoot my hands, and that's just up to the refs at that point. So he's talked about it, getting his hands a little bit lower. So that's something you can work on.
Yeah, he's getting coached. Shout out to Denard, with the defensive coordinator. I think we're ranked number 2 as far as defenses go in the NFL. Our record doesn't show that, but hey, shout out to Denard Wilson for go ahead and sending these boys out ready to play each week. We'll have Amani Hooker back. I know he was a late scratch because of sickness or illness, so he'll be back in the lineup. So that's really good to have. Yeah, and Kenneth Murray, he had an interception as well. Big Jeff, he's just dominating the defensive line.
Wait, how did Kenneth Murray catch the harder pass to catch? That
I don't know. How's that happen?
the one he got up there
I
but the one that hit
don't
him in the
know.
chest didn't catch that one.
You got to be an athlete, I guess. Like if it's difficult, then I can make it. If it's just too easy, I don't want it.
Too easy.
But yeah, shout out to T Sweat getting his first sack as well. We got Big Jeff dominating the line as well. I mean, again, it doesn't show on the stat sheet as far as sacks go, but he's winning his matchups consistently, consecutively. He is getting off of his blocks. Now, again, we got to get the edge rushers to the quarterback because if the quarterback feels that pressure, step up, guess who's there? We got T Sweat and Big Jeff.
Yeah.
So we got to keep the pressure. So defense, keep balling out. We got to create those turnovers. So those are my 3 keys to the game to win against the Commanders. So we're going to see. It's going to be a fun game to watch. Hopefully we'll be able to watch it in the area. And those 3 games are playing right now. So maybe I actually get to watch it on television instead of trying to use the app. So we're going to see. But yeah, any last thoughts, any last words straight before we head out of here?
Just let all the viewers know, tune in probably either tomorrow or the next couple of days. We're coming out with an episode for just predicting the rest of the Titans schedule. Because I feel like, hey, playoff push? Maybe? We don't know. Who are the Texans? The Texans got the Ravens coming up, the Chiefs coming up. So the Texans' schedule is tough, and ours is pretty easy. And
we got the Jags twice.
Jags twice. Yep.
Got a Texans team who we realize at home we can beat them.
Yeah.
We got to beat the Commanders. And then I think there's one other game that I'm missing.
The Bengals. But
hey. But here's the thing about the Bengals, though. I don't think they know how to win.
Ooh.
They know how to put up points.
Yeah.
They know how to get open. They know how to get 500 yards a game. Yeah. When it comes down to it,
are they going to stop Nick NWI? That's what it comes down to. Are they going to be able to stop NWI? I'll say
the Bengals should be easily an undefeated team.
Yeah.
I can say that without a doubt. They should easily be an undefeated team. But they're just not winning games. So could we have that same situation happen? It's very possible. So could we go 9-8 to end the season and somehow get a wild card spot and somehow win the wild card playoff game and somehow go to the division round and somehow go into the divisional championship game and somehow end up in the Super Bowl with Will Levis playing all types of Mayo commercials? I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. But it starts with this game though. And so before we head out, Trey, we got to play a little guess that video. You could get this one.
I can't.
Maybe this is a gimme, maybe it's not. So Chad, can you guess what happens? This is a special edition. Here we go. I'm gonna set the scene for you. Let me see if I can go ahead and play it without playing the whole thing. Let's see here.
A kick in overtime.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's go back just a little bit. Let's set the stage. First off, Tennessee Titans against the Baltimore Ravens. Overtime. It's 1st and 10. About 5 minutes left. We have a Khalif Raymond on the right. We have tight end to the left. We have, I think, around 5, 6, 7 people on the line. Derrick Henry in the backfield, Tannehill at quarterback. What do you think is going to happen?
Is this the play action strike down the field at the back of the end zone?
To Khalif Raymond?
I think so.
Oh, let's go ahead and play it. What happens in chat if you think you know? If you're watching this later on, just see if you can guess this. We do this pretty much every week. Guess that video. Also, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to us. Again, we're trying to get to that 200 subscribers. We appreciate all the like and support. But yeah, let's see what happens on this.
A kick in overtime in his career.
Oh, Derrick Henry takes it.
Henry getting free. Henry's gonna end the game. Titans take it in overtime.
We
talk about his second half surge.
The king himself.
It just starts to wear you down.
Just give it
and
to
you
him
saw.
and look at that.
I didn't do my homework.
Yeah. And that's when the Ravens knew that they had to go get Derrick Henry. That's when they knew. And as you see, he's leading the charge. So shout out to King Henry. Always be a Titans legend. Will go down in Titans Hall of Fame. But yeah, and so last thoughts.
Derrick, if you're seeing this and you want to tail end of your career, just come on back, a little farewell tour. Just be the power back. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna ask for too much. Just be our power back. That's it. You get 5 carries a game. That's all I need.
At least one touchdown, because we'll be at the 2-yard line. Just go ahead and put you in there, get your touchdowns up. There you go.
That's all I need.
Exactly. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanksgiving. Make sure you eat some good food. Share while you're thankful for the person next to you. Hug your mamas, your daddies, hug everyone out there. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got, Trey.
That's all I got too. Hey, I just might get a dub. Who knows? Playoff push, maybe. Tune in to the next episode.
There we go. And you heard it here. The Wright Brothers on the Wright Titans podcast. Appreciate you tuning in. We are out. See you.
I knew this would happen someday. You can ask my day one day. Cloudy days turn to sun rays. Only way to way up.